How you lot doing? Well, I don't want to say that I've got a special guest here because
I'm not a special. I'm not a special guest. I'm not a special guest.
but the man behind the camera, the brains and stuff like that, Mr. Kelvin. Let's all give a little round of
Yeah,
applause.
thank you. Yeah, finally made it. I think we've had like 2 episodes. I think this is the third one. Is this the third one?
Yeah, this is the third episode.
Yeah,
still.
so I didn't make the first 2. Obviously, I didn't make the final cut, but I finally made the third episode. So I'm quite
Well
grateful.
done. We salute you, sir.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm grateful, man. I feel honoured to be a part of the team. Finally, because I'm on a flyer, but that's it. So yeah, man. Obviously, what we're speaking about today, I'm not used to speaking. I feel quite shy personally, so please hold my hand through the process.
No worries, I will do. I have no issue in doing that.
Cool.
Before we do though, just for those who may not know you,
Yeah.
if you could just introduce who you are. Of course, my name is Glody. Everybody should already know that by now, and I'm an actor. And if you could just quickly introduce yourself.
My name's Kelvin. How do I introduce myself? Like what I do and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, I help obviously direct creative control. I work with Glody and Beryl a lot. Obviously I know Beryl's done her music stuff. Glody does his acting. I'm a poet. I've performed in many places, been performing for years. I think I started when I was like 17. Right now I do voiceovers. So I've performed. I'm thinking about good places I could perform at because you guys have said about Lab
Parliament.
you've talked about what did Beryl do again? Mobos and stuff.
Being
like
on
that.
The Voice.
You've done Lab I've done Parliament though, which is good. So I feel like that's on par. So everyone clap for me. I'll clap for myself actually. Yep.
You've done the Royal Albert
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I've done Royal Albert when I was like in year 5, bro.
Yeah, it's still counted, bro.
Count? No, it doesn't count, bro. Come on. Maz has done Royal Albert as well.
It's true.
But obviously I do write for people. I
Like a
do what's it
ghostwriter.
called commissions. No, it's more commissioned work. I wouldn't say ghostwriting. So right now I'm doing one for GB Athlete. I'm also help people write their albums and their EPs because I storytell, so I like storytelling in whatever capacity. You start off with poetry, but now I like to kind of do it either if it's through directing, like we do now. Obviously, I'm in front of the camera today, or if it's through just helping people. So I'm working with someone that works within Sky, the BAFTA award winning. I don't know if I meant to say his name, so I won't say his name just in case he sues us, which obviously he won't sue us. But yeah, I'm helping him work on his album. Obviously, I get paid to commission that stuff as well. Yeah, man, just running podcasts.
Sounds pretty good. Thank you.
That sounds alright, man.
Thank you for that introduction.
I appreciate it.
I don't see why we can't go straight into it, and I'll just kind of just mention the title, and then we'll just go from there. Yeah. So the title this week, is there scarcity of entry-level opportunities in creative industries? Now,
Is it scarcity or scarcity? I'm not actually taking the piss. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Is it scarcity or scarcity? Scarcity,
innit? Yeah.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. You lot get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we do. Go on.
So is there scarcity of entry-level opportunities in creative industries? Now, I think something that obviously influenced us to come up with this title, we went to a college about a week ago.
Yeah, we can't say the college.
Can't say the college that we went to.
Very good college though.
Yeah, very good college actually. We went to the college about a week ago, and we went there to speak about some of the opportunities that we were offering. Of course, I don't think it's been mentioned yet, but as MTZ, we do actually work on providing opportunities.
How do we explain the
creatives.
whole MTZ and creative control thing? Because it comes off the different brand, and obviously it's still the same people doing it.
Yeah.
But obviously for people that kind of work with us, how do we best explain that? Because we went to the college as MTZ, not as creative control. Creative control is the podcast forum.
I think it's a part. MTZ is a part of the brand.
Yeah,
the creative control.
I think MTZ is more the events.
So the events. It's more the public
event side
stuff
of things.
that we do. Yeah,
Creative control is more of the podcast. We have other things that obviously we work on, like Naini's Theatre.
Nalini's Theatre. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I was going to say it wrong. It's a tongue twister. But obviously it will be late to talk about it when this comes out. Obviously later this evening, Alyssa's going to be doing her first reading, which I'm looking forward to. It's sold out as well. Yeah. So we do quite a few things. But I feel like we're answering our questions, so let's not skip. We want to go through the facts and figures and the research that you've done.
Yes.
So it's not wasted.
Yes, of course. So obviously we went to this college last week, and I think we kind of went there to present some of the opportunities that we had available.
Yeah.
We also showed them some of the work we have done. Of course, we actually held a private screening for 10 underground filmmakers and got them to invite their families, got them to invite an audience as well.
What cinema was it again?
It was at Everyman Cinema.
Yeah, Crystal Palace.
And we actually got quite a few of them to just showcase their work. And I think the main thing for us, one of the mantras that we always run with, is that creatives should be creative without limit.
Yeah, without limit.
And we wanted to kind of go to this college to obviously express that, speak to them, but also hear from them as well. And I think one thing that came up quite a lot was the fact that there's a lack of work experience in the creative industries.
Yeah. I think, you know what it is, yeah? When we went to the college, like, you're going around asking students, like, okay, cool, so what do you want to do? Even they don't know. And I think that's what the difficulty is.
Yeah.
Or I think what the difficulty is that sometimes people feel like they have to go through one line, like as in, I have to be employed.
Yeah.
But you have to forget, for Kanye West to create Yeezy, he done like music for a period of time. I think you referred to this in the last podcast actually, so I do listen back to it as well. I do remember at least. But Kanye West started off as I think it was a producer or something like that.
He was producing.
Yeah. And when he wanted to start music, people didn't take him in. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And he created this whole narrative of becoming a musician. But then he wanted to go into designing. At first, people didn't take him in as well. I saw a TikTok recently where people were laughing at a fit he had in 2013. But if you look at that fit, I could wear that now and people would love it. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
but he's someone that was able to
think outside the box.
Outside the box. I feel like what it is that sometimes people's perspectives are made so minuscule because in their minds they're thinking, I have to do this. I don't.
It has to be like regimented,
it's like,
basically.
Oh, there's a couple. There's actors that you like. There's a couple. I forgot their name. I think they work within like government or something like that. I forgot who they are. Is it Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher and his wife or whatever. Don't they?
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, I think so. But don't they do something like in government at the moment? Or
I'm not too sure what exactly it is that they do in government. You can actually check, but I know that they do it is outside of like the whole film industry. I think the point that we're trying to get at here is the fact that people, especially creatives, I personally, what I kind of feel like, we shouldn't necessarily have to wait on somebody to show me the way per se. I think as a creative, it's kind of our job, or the onus is on us to almost create our own roads. Yeah. If that makes sense. I feel like there's if you look at some of the directors, and when we did go to this college, the focus in terms of, I know the creative space is very vast. There's many different, aspects to it, but we kind of focused on the screen industry, and a lot of the people there were saying that they don't feel like there's enough work experience on set and stuff like that. But if you think about it, some of the people that are working on those sets, how did they go about getting those jobs and those roles? And I feel like sometimes that's the issue. There's a lot of people who want to be creative or who want to have that sort of what's the word? That's what they see themselves doing, but it's like they're not doing the necessary things or have the correct attitude needed in order to find those opportunities. Because I feel like there's certain opportunities that just won't be surface level. It's going to take you being obsessed. If we look at, like you just mentioned, Kanye West, for him to get for him to find the different things that he done
does. You know what? There's a lot of factors that play into it. I think with obsessions, confidence. I feel like he's
but doesn't that confidence
delusional? Sorry, I said delusional.
No, I said scarcity at the start, so you're good.
I think you have to have some delusion. Like, as in, people ain't gonna.
What sort of delusion though?
Nah, not delusion. You know what I mean, bro. Not like killing.
Bro, I know what you mean.
No. I think ability, having that self-belief, even when people don't believe in you. So it's like Christopher.
Okay,
Nolan,
yeah.
Look at the way he's able. Okay, I'm not like a. Let me be honest with you. Yeah, like I'm a great director in it, but I know a few things about Christopher Nolan. But look at the type of films he creates. Yeah, did he come into directing with films like that already? He must have created and paved his own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Whatever he
was available to him,
he used, but there was something inside of him.
There was an initiative.
Yeah. No, not initiative. There's like a dream. Like, let's just use a dream, for example. Inside of him, he envisioned something and brought it to life, regardless of what people thought.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So when people are looking for jobs, for example, the job might not suit them because it might not be the best thing for them, though it can give them experience. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Everyone wants to be. I think I wrote this in my notes.
Employed
it's
by
like everyone wants
someone.
to be a superstar.
Yeah.
But the people who have the power are the ones who have the platforms. Like Diddy knew it from early. Obviously, he's having his case, which obviously I'm not going to discuss anything.
Don't know enough about it to comment on it, so we won't do.
But he got sacked when he was like 24 from a job. Yeah, and I think at 24 he started. I think it's a Bad Boys like record.
Bad Boy Records,
yeah, cool or whatever. But he has a platform. The reason why he has money, or even influence in whatever capacity, whether positive or negative,
it's still a platform.
Yeah, it's because he has a platform. The people that die out, they don't have platforms. So I feel like the scarcity is fine. That's the problem. Yeah, but I was reading a book actually. I thought it was quite good to sound smart, but I think I forgot what it's called. It's something cheese. Hold on. Oh, what's the book that we was given? Cheese book. Hold on. I'm gonna search it.
I think this is the one I saw reading the other day.
Hold on. I forgot what it's called, yeah, but we'll research this. I'll put the link down so that you guys can maybe find it, yeah. But it talks about 4 different characters. There's Whore, I think there's Hem, and there's Scurry, and there's Sniff. Basically giving them the same scenario, yeah. But they have different characters. So Hem and Whore, like humans who use their emotions sometimes, which stops them from dealing with things, for example. I think Whore is someone that's adaptable to change, so that's the character that we follow through the book.
Yeah.
And Sniff and Scurry, one of them is very proactive, as in they're quick to deal with things. And the other person is a good thinker. I don't remember. I might have got it wrong. Yeah. But they have an issue where obviously, I don't know, there's a cheese factory that supplies loads of cheese. And after a period of time, that cheese moves to another factory. Yeah. The two that are emotional, so Hem and Whore, because change has happened, they don't adapt to the change. Like, as in, they didn't even realize that the cheese over a period of time was going, that the supply of cheese was decreasing. So by the time it had decreased, they was upset. Like, because change came and they chose not to adapt to it. Obviously, I'll land, hopefully. And if I don't, then it is what it is.
No, you can't, bro.
Yeah, we edit it out, and I don't care. But obviously with Sniff and Scurry, listen, their ability to focus, wasn't when the issue happened. Is that they knew over a period of time that the cheese was decreasing. So the day that decreased, they knew they potentially could go to another factory, for example, or find another place, because it happens within the maze. I don't want to go into it too much, at least, but they could go into the maze and find something else. They've adapted to it. Yeah,
and they basically, what you're basically saying is they've basically been proactive.
Exactly, proactive, because they see an issue and they're able to deal with it. I feel like the issue with creative people when it comes to scarcity or whatever, we know it's scarce. We already know things are biased. We already know that there's loads of relationships that people have that allow them to make it. Like, as in, for example, if I grew up with a football player, or Neymar, for example, the people around him are people he grew up with. Yeah. So someone didn't have to work hard for that. They just had to be good to Neymar for that. Life's unfair.
But then I think it takes it back to what I mentioned earlier about having the right attitude. Because then if somebody was to ask me, do I outright agree or disagree with this statement that is there scarcity of entry-level opportunities in creative industries?
100%.
It's hard for me to answer that clearly, because I feel like you need to be proactive about what you want to do at the end of the day. I've got some statistics here. Yeah,
read them, man. Don't waste your time.
According to this report, so this is from a report from BFI.
That is deep, man.
That's the British Film Institute, by the way. I was going to say, for anybody that doesn't know. So 2/3 of young people say that they would be open to hearing more about screen industries. 1 in 5 say that their dream job would be in the screen industries.
20%.
45% of young people get little to no careers guidance at their schools. 48% of schools said that they had only one member trained in being able to hand out careers advice because of insufficient funding. And the statement here is that the fact that students don't have a connection, they don't have no connection with any of these companies. So for instance, if it's like it's a screen industry based company, basically.
I get that. So if something's happening, I don't know, let's say in London, for example, because the school don't know about it, students miss out.
Basically.
Lack of research.
Exactly. Basically. But I think even with reading these statistics, because there is obviously an argument that we could be like, okay, cool, why are the schools not supplying these things. You know, if there are people that are actually interested in this as an industry, what it does is it creates, number one, a reason maybe for somebody to not give up on life, for example. It creates a reason for somebody to, you know, feel, I don't want to say fulfilled, because I don't think that's the right word, but if we look at maybe the reason why somebody could end up selling drugs, for example, or somebody could end up not living the best sort of life.
You sold drugs?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
If, for example, somebody's deciding to choose that life, but then it could have been made easier. And to be fair, that's just
if the opportunity was open to them.
If the opportunity was open to them.
No, I agree.
Because
but how do we tackle that?
But I feel like
I wouldn't say like.
I feel like through kind of what we're doing with like MTZ, which is number one, putting on a lot of networking events. And also, I think one thing that's good about us is that we're actually quite proactive. If we look at some of the followings that we have now, we started from basically absolutely nothing, no relationships, no communication with anybody like that. It was literally just trying out this event, seeing how it works, trying to speak to this person, messaging a lot of people on Instagram. To the point where we got blocked from messaging people on Instagram.
If you haven't been there, you haven't tried hard.
Do you get what I'm saying?
The point you're making is what I was basically saying. So I think it's people not being reluctant to change. I think so. For example, when I first started off, or when we started off, let's say MTZ, for example, I didn't know how to do sound. I didn't know how to do lights. I didn't know how to do any of this. I didn't know how to run a camera. But for the sake of a platform we want to build and the people that we want to speak to,
you're gonna go out and learn.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you, for example, when we started MTZ, you didn't act to the capacity that you did. You didn't do anything at Royal Opera House or whatever. But you understand that you being able to develop individually as an individual helps other people. Because excellence benefits everyone. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson being excellent means that people...
It would inspire a lot of people to maybe want to go into it.
People like Josiah or whatever, love him. Like, I'm not sure if he was born like Josiah that came late or whatever, just came in or whatever. They love him. You get what I mean? Like, excellence benefits everyone. So I feel like that's what it is. I feel like sometimes, for example, it's like artists that get upset because, I don't know, what was before drill? I don't know, grime isn't as popular as it was before. The times have changed.
And you just got to adapt with it.
You know who actually adapted quite well? Gets.
To be fair, he actually has,
I think, Gets, honestly.
To make himself relevant to now.
I thought he was a fantastic lyricist. I just didn't listen to his music because I've got to be real in it. Honestly.
He's moved with the times.
Yeah, he's moved with the
But then that's the thing. I think, once again, and this is going to be the third time I've said it, it's once again shown an attitude. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I think you only go as far as you want. Yes, you can look at the fact that your school isn't providing you with the necessary tools, for instance, to go and look for that career. But if you look at a lot of the great people we speak about, because I feel like this discussion is kind of like on greatness as well, in a way. If we look at a lot of the people,
today. I'm back.
Now we're doing this together, bro. If we look at a lot of the people that are doing very well today, it's because they were proactive, they had initiative, and it's like they created a way out of nothing.
Okay, that's true.
If that makes sense.
But they must have had some type of guidance, at least. Obviously, some people, they've got self-motivation, but over a period of time, they must have. It's like the greatest of artists, like Justin Bieber. He had a platform. That's what we're doing, don't know?
It's true. It's true.
It's creating a platform that's relevant. And obviously, our outreach and proactivity is able to help people.
Yeah.
So obviously I get that self-belief thing, but come on, some people have believed in self for about 40 years and nothing came out of it. Not saying that they're wrong. I'm not using someone as an example. I'm just saying that people have tried for a very long time. But do you know what it is? I feel like people put their energy into the wrong places. It's like I always use this as an example. It's like Netflix and Blockbuster.
Yeah.
You see the way Blockbuster, I think you could go in to get like videos and stuff like that, or whatever how it works. I didn't really ever get anything from there. Netflix started to work with the way technology is, No one anticipated COVID, remember? Netflix has been running for a very long time. Even before COVID, it was popular. But when COVID came, do you think even a Blockbuster would last then? Forget Blockbuster failing before that. It's impossible. Blockbuster wouldn't be able to, they would have even crashed, like as in forget Netflix.
But that's because they adapted.
Yeah, they adapted to times. They adapted, but you can be proactive to the point, that I feel that when it comes to even the future, it's not that you're able to predict the future. It's just that there's a form of comfort because you've been so proactive that if something wrong happens, if there's change, you can easily adapt to it. Because as I said before, like in the book, you've been watching things change over a period of time.
But then, do you know, with you saying that though, it then makes me wonder, the school kids, for example, that were involved with this report, how connected are they with what exactly is they're looking for?
I think they need help. If I'm honest, like, for example, I always tell people I actually went to uni. I graduated studying international business, for example. But before that, I never had drama school. I didn't have any type of school. Like, I literally just continued performing over a period of time. I met loads of different people. That's a bit of proactiveness, But also, at the same time, I've had a bit of help. For me to write for like someone that's a GB athlete, for me to perform in Parliament,
it's the use of a platform.
It's because of a platform that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
For example, so I feel like to answer that, I do feel like it's both sides. I feel like a person has to be searching.
Yes.
It also has to be
a platform there so that they can finally find it.
So they can finally find it. So I feel like it's. I don't know if a double-edged sword is the right thing. It sounds nice, innit? So we'll just use it. But I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Sword. But I just feel like it both.
But then would you then say that it should be the responsibility? I already know what my answer is. Would you then say that it should be the responsibility of the school to provide not only that information but also the teaching of having the right attitude? Because I think maybe what we could see happening is the fact that the schools may just be providing whatever opportunities it is they have without actually.
Yeah.
So the person that's going to look for a certain career, for instance, they don't have the heart to do whatever they need to do to get through into that career.
So wait, are you asking if the school should be the one that should be providing opportunities?
I'm asking that, but also if it should include the teaching of how to.
Oh, of course it should include the teaching of how to.
No, but
they don't teach. Schools don't teach you, or I can't speak for any school. I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
For example, it's like when you go to uni and you learn Harvard research and how to research. I wasn't taught that in secondary school. I wasn't taught how to research. You know what I mean? I wasn't taught any of that stuff. I didn't know it was like it's something that I learned at uni. But school could have easily better prepared me for that.
So see, that's my point. Like, I feel like, cause school, I don't know how long people are in school for,
5 years
altogether. If we're talking like secondary school,
year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11. Okay, quick maths.
5 years. Those 5 years it's a lot of time.
You feel like you feel like school should more be life preparation.
Yes. Rather than just a given, because it's like you can provide all these opportunities, but if you don't have the right attitude, then it don't matter what opportunity is available. It don't matter if these school kids that I mentioned that we don't have the information on what's going on in the creative industry and stuff like that. If they don't have the right attitude, even when those opportunities become available,
they wouldn't understand.
It, and they will not be able to scale up or be able to even be successful in it because they don't have the attitude to match what's needed or required.
They wouldn't understand how to use it to benefit them.
Exactly. Saying, and I feel like that's a big thing that people, or not enough people, or is not being taught enough in schools. So we could easily say things like it says here, there's a scarcity of entry-level opportunities in the creative industries. But I'm looking at this here, I've got noted here some things that you could do potentially. Exploring internships, that's you being proactive. Volunteering work, there's a lot of volunteering work, for example.
Like on Mandy for actors, for example.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like we've done, working on our own projects. So the moment
of course it works both ways. You should, I'm not saying, okay, don't be employed, for example. Of course, be someone that gains work experience. It's like me working in advertising, for example. Benefited me. I worked there for ages, for about 3 years. You get what I mean? It was able to benefit me. They gave me training as well. But I'm not saying to people that obviously just do you can do both. Like, as in, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you need to do that you feel benefits you. You get what I mean? I feel like that's better, because I don't want it to be like, I then say, okay, no, get employed and then do this, and then after someone that has an issue and be like, they then rebuttal it, they take it on social media. You know, when they go on TikTok and then
and then they start.
My life didn't work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, but I think
what I've seen that's work.
I think what we're saying in a nutshell is be responsible of your own life. Like it's actually in your hands.
Oh no, 100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of the time when I see some of these, so even when I read some of these statistics, like some of the ones that I read here, for example, 2/3 of young people say that they would be open to hearing more about screen industries. But if then we're then to flip that and ask them, okay, cool, what have you done
in order to?
Because if you're interested in the screen industry, you've heard about it somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, upon you hearing about it, what have you done to follow up that interest? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like proactivity, especially for somebody like, because the way I see it, yeah, if I'm getting into something, I'm getting into it to be the best. It's not just something that I'm doing for, let's say, a 9 to 5 or like an employment, just to be employed. Like, no, I want to.
True. It's a good mindset. I watched the video. Sorry, I had to cut you off here, but it's exactly the same thing you're saying. I watched the video of LeBron James. It's like an 11-minute video, yeah. At the start of the video, he says, yeah, they ask him a question, innit? He said, if you want to become first place, yeah, like, come over here. If you want to be second, go over there. There's not much, yeah. That reminded me of you, innit?
Don't come here.
So I've got the gym, innit? So I thought, okay, cool, let me listen to another LeBron video, innit? Because I thought that's quite interesting, yeah. Because I think sports people have great mindsets.
They do.
Why? Yeah, that's why if I have a son, child, or whatever, even if I adopt a Chinese baby, which I do want to, they will 100% do sports. Not so they can make it. I think it's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
But imagine, yeah, apparently, so some other basketball player, yeah, his teammate has come training, innit? So obviously he's come training and seen that LeBron's training by himself, innit? Like, he's already sweating. So imagine he's done like 2 hours already, innit? So then after he's finished training, yeah, he's then seen that LeBron is still training. Like, as in, so LeBron made sure that obviously he's got there before him, doesn't want to finish after him, innit? So they spoken after, innit? The guy's like, like what happened, innit? He said, yeah, I saw you come in. I'm gonna show you that you can't be better than me. He said, it's nothing personal. It's not personal. I'm gonna show you in this life you can't be better than me. So I'm gonna make sure that I train before you. You come, you finish your session and train after. So I do agree, that backs up your point. I do agree that it takes some type of, I wouldn't say motivation, I think diligence.
Yeah.
And I think
diligence,
you shouldn't be someone that is emotional. Emotions are natural.
And they fluctuate as well.
They fluctuate, of course. We're just saying that if you need to do A to B, regardless of your day, regardless of what happens, it could be anything. It could be anything here. If you really do want to be a world beater and world changer, and you'll be someone that doesn't have excuses, you can't consider your emotions. You can accept them, but you can't consider them.
You can't. You can't. They can't, because emotions, number one, are not. It's not something stable for you to bank on. So it's not. It doesn't even make sense to even allow it to affect whatever it is that you do.
Yeah, I think so. But let's go back to scarcity, because I think we do
scarcity.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, scarcity. Damn. But I'm trying to see if I have anything notes here. Okay, I said in my notes here, I think people who are creative are stuck in the I need to be employed instead of making opportunities for themselves. And people feel like because they're not getting paid for their value, they decide to give up early. So, sometimes like people want to do work experience because I'm more than...
And they kind of want the money. But then the thing is though, with that...
But the value is more important, no?
But then that's the thing. So like I asked earlier on, with some of these students who were involved in the report, do they know what it is they're trying to get into?
Yeah, I think that's the issue. I think it's more understanding, because when we went to the school and was asking them, you realize a lot of them don't even know what they want to do. Yeah. They like
the sound of it, or it looks appealing.
Yeah. I feel like we should go more of the mindset and tell them maybe what you're interested in, and be true to yourself. Like, there's something that you can see, that maybe no one else can see, hasn't been created yet.
Yeah.
So you have the opportunity to create it. Be brave enough to do something that's different. And if it fails, it fails. I think failure, obviously, I always see, I don't want to sound like them LinkedIn posts or whatever, but I do feel like you have to fail many times, and you will fail many times before being able to do something excellent, because you're at least trying.
Yeah.
If you haven't failed once, you haven't tried to your full capacity.
I think and you've hit the nail on the...
I did, thank you very much.
Hit the nail on the head. You've got to try. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the thing. If you're trying to be the best, like for example, for like ourselves, we know exactly what we're trying to do, and because of that, we can live our lives or live each day with a purpose, or with a certain intention because we're actually working towards something. I think the most important thing now is being able to, what's the right word I want to use? Is somehow being able to give this sort of attitude that we have to more people.
Teacher attitude, maybe.
Exactly, because I feel like if somebody maybe was to understand what it takes, do you get what I'm saying? Some people, I feel like, you know what tends to happen? A lot of people see the end goal. They can see a footballer's greatness. So someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, who's, basically reaching the twilight of his career now. Yeah. He's got all the medals. He's got all the personal accolades and stuff like that. And they're just thinking, because I remember when I was younger, when I thought I don't know why, I thought I was going to be a footballer, and I thought I was going to play for like Real Madrid and stuff like that. And I'd see all of these footballers, the Galacticos and stuff like that. I'd be like, I tell my mum, you'll be seeing me in Spain and stuff like that. Play for Real Madrid and everything. Yeah, but it's like, number one, this is me saying that without actually understanding, okay, cool, what is it going to take?
The process.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah, go on.
Because I remember, there was a guy called Wilson when I was younger, innit? So I used to play a lot of football, like in my spare time.
Sorry, Wilson, don't take any offense.
Yeah. No, he's not. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Okay,
so cool. He's younger, So we used to be about, when you're playing football, you got to be honest. Like, he used to be a bit worse than I was. But I was actually calm. I played to a good standard, got into my uni football team at least. So at least.
Did you play Sunday League?
Did I play Sunday League?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't play.
I played Sunday League.
But our Sunday League was different.
No.
We're not on the same level. There's no way you played football on the same level. If you're an actor,
I played one season for like
and how many?
It was Enfield Rangers. I don't think that's necessary to answer because it's not important.
As a defender, I defended and scored more goals than him. But I was gonna say Wilson, it was about the same.
It wasn't my call.
It was about the same. Cool. It was about the same footballing ability,
Yeah.
But I remember he used to tell us that his dad used to train him. So sometimes we go into the park and be seeing that, his dad's
he'd be training by himself.
Yeah. So obviously, about a couple months later, we've played football again. Yeah. Firstly, he's telling us he plays for Tottenham. Secondly, we wasn't on the same level anymore. He was much better than us.
Yeah.
Much better. But that's because he had a parent there that was able to help teach him. Well, let's just say that's the platform. And he was able to put more time into it. So it came hand in hand. Obviously, at the time, I wouldn't admit it. But I knew already that, he's far gone. Hopefully, he's playing football now. I'll search him up. If not, then...
But still, I think...
Take what your dad taught you, innit?
But I think the important thing there, though, is his dad was teaching him process at the end of the day.
Exactly. So, as we've said before, and I think, we've done that 32 minutes. Okay. So... Obviously, it's up to you if you want to round it up. We can round it up. But as we've said before, though, the issue is there's scarcity. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying, in my conclusion, is that we know scarcity is there. Mm-hmm. But what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are you going to use that change, or how are you going to use that as an opportunity? The complaint's been like that for years, but what are you going to do about it? It's either you as an individual, you're proactive. You work with other people because you as an individual can't do nothing.
Yeah.
People are like puzzles. So you have strengths, I have strengths.
Yeah.
You have weaknesses, I could have a strength in that. So us working together makes things work. You get what I mean? As in, that's how we should see things. But as I said before, what are you going to do about it? As in, ask yourself that question. Forget the complaints. Forget, there's issues, all of that.
Yeah.
And also, I think be willing to take time in it. Yeah, be willing also to not be understood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more of people's insecurities start to play on them, and I feel like that's what stops them.
And that comes with, I feel like that comes with like emotions. I think the most important thing with this though is having the right perspective, because it's like you can see a statement like that there's scarcity in the creative industry, but then you can also just see it as, okay, cool, this is an opportunity for me to actually create something new or to develop something that allows there to not be scarcity. I feel like that, like you said, mindset, perspective, both of them are so important, and even attitude comes under that as well. The ability to be creative. Creatives think outside of the box. The guy who made the light bulb or the light, or
I forgot his name.
I forgot his name as well.
Research it, I can quickly so that we can.
Thomas Edison.
All right, Josiah.
For him, that would have come out of an obsession. It would have come out of having an attitude, having something that you're working towards, and he's created and developed something that everybody needs. I think my point is that you won't realize it yet, but you just deciding to take responsibility of knowing whatever, because I think everybody's a creative.
Yeah.
There's just different forms of creativity
in different capacities.
In different
Sometimes
capacities,
I find it a
yeah.
bit cringe, like when people refer to me as like a creative, because someone who creates a car is also creative. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
so you can't be boxed, basically. But I think what a lot of people need to do is to understand or to make sure that they are actually not trying to skip the process.
Yeah, be brave enough to test your limits.
Yeah. Exactly, because you never know at the end of the day. And in you doing that, you don't realize that you end up benefiting a lot of people. If you look at, for example, what we've done with the MTZ team, us just deciding to randomly, I know we've said this story so many times, but us just deciding to randomly wake up, go to a cafe at 11 a.m. and have a discussion about the fact that there isn't a lot of opportunities in the creative industry. What are we going to do about it? And a couple years on, we've put on many different events, helped many different creatives.
We have one today.
We have a creative today that we've helped and, helping her push with her thing.
She's doing her thing. So I was laughing earlier, when I said be brave enough to test your limits. I remember the TikTok that I saw, and they said that they said that sometimes people, they try to say lines that they think will like bang on TikTok, and they have that like pause or whatever for the edit. So I just thought about that. But no, I agree with you. Yeah. Nalini's Theatre, we've been able to help them, provide loads of opportunities for them. Obviously going to support Alicia today in something that she's doing amazing. She's been able to sell out her reading. We're looking to do many more theatre things, but
not just that either. Like whatever it is you feel like you want or need help with.
We'll support you 100%.
Like people, whether it's in terms of like connections, relationships, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we kind of pride ourselves on working to benefit all at the end.
And then after we help you, then have to come on our podcast and speak about it. Yeah, I'm joking, but I think this episode's done.
You decided to take it into your own hands to round it up. No, you might as well round it up, bro.
Alright, cool, calm. So tonight, or this afternoon, obviously, guys, we're done. That's the conversation that we obviously had. Hopefully, you see me next week. If I'm not there next week, then they thought I wasn't good enough for this pod. But
I don't know if we can do like some voting system, to ask guys. Do you?
We should do that.
Yeah, we should.
Mad, I know you'd be fuming. I know you'd be fuming. If they voted like me, Burrow, or someone like that. Yeah.
By the way,
I should be off the pod.
I will make sure I'm on the pod by force, so no one can take me off this pod anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but it's like me saying no one can take me off the pod as well. I'll just stop recording. We'll have audio podcast. We'll just have audio podcast from now on. And have what's it called again? But of course, I think what we should include is ask questions, guys. Yeah, what you want us to speak about. Also, and man, I don't really have much to say, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I think it's been
done, innit?
It's been a good conversation. We could probably go on.
Yeah, I know. What's mad? Yeah, I knew we could go on for a long time, but we have to be disciplined, and we actually have a show later on as well. And I really don't want to be late to it. Yeah. So
thank you guys.
Obviously, hat from Zara, top from Zara, rings from River Island, and watch from Apple. By the way, I'm not going to edit that part.